Oh gosh, my face. Woo!
Bump,
I was like, hello,
bump.
big face.
I was waiting to see if I saw y'all panic in the background. Is
face.
what I was doing.
I just smiled.
Hey,
Hello.
Eddie.
Hey,
Yay.
happy Wednesday,
Yeah.
everyone. Happy Wednesday.
Hey.
I see you all out there. Hi, everybody. I see everybody saying hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Say hi,
Hi.
Donnie.
Hey.
Hi, Donnie.
You're supposed to say
Hi,
hi, Donnie.
Gary.
Hey.
Hi, JoJo.
Hey, everyone.
Oh, my goodness, you guys. This week already.
It's hurting,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh,
Hi,
it
Toby.
is hurting.
Yeah, Toby's here.
Oh, hi, Toby. He can't hear us, but hi, Toby.
I would bring the idiot cat up, but he's on his back, knocked out. So
Yeah, Donnie, you really need to put speakers up. So when we're talking to Toby, he can hear us. I mean, honestly, you need to get speakers. At least for a little
I'll
bit.
put the earbuds on him.
Hi, Toby.
I hope he has it. I hope he has ear mites.
Toby.
He's just like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I
get
hope he
away
has
from
ear
me.
mites and you get them.
Yep.
So, how's your week so far?
Well, okay. So as you guys, I was telling you guys backstage, I haven't told anybody this because this is like all of a sudden, yesterday my mom went back into the hospital. I was at work and she called me and asked me to take her, which she never calls me.
Mhm.
And she says that she's having problems breathing and other things. And so when I get home, come to find out she was passing out. She couldn't breathe. She was having mini seizures, all kinds of things. So I took her to the hospital yesterday, and it has been going nonstop. I go to work, and then I go to the hospital.
Mm.
So, yeah.
This is kind of like your respite.
Yeah, I'll have to wait.
Paranormal respite, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have to wait and, breathe later. But she's doing well. We find out that she has pneumonia and she is in a deficit of magnesium, which can cause the seizures and her fatigue, her nausea, and all of that other stuff along with her pneumonia. So they're getting that fixed. So as soon as she's well enough, they will be sending her home. So it is, at least we know what it is. At least we know.
Yeah.
Did they say she was badly dehydrated or something too? Because a lot of times that's coincided with it. So
yeah, she's been sick. We had a little bit of a stomach bug last weekend, which is good that I had to stay home, which is not a big deal. We had a little bit of stomach bug. Me, and a little bit, not so much, but with her, it's like a little thing is a mountain to her. It is. It's just really crucial. So I gotta, make sure I watch what I bring home. And I'm washing my hands and I'm taking care of myself, as well, so I don't bring things home to her. So it's all good. Like I said, we know what it is, and they're on their way of fixing her. So,
that's good.
I'm just praying for her and hope everything's well. And if you're watching, Mom, I'll see you tomorrow. And she probably is. She tries to watch every show. God bless her. She tries to watch every show.
Oh, she watches all of our shows?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, she does. She watches every one.
My parents tried. They told me one time they actually tried to watch some of my shows. Problem is they don't know they don't speak English, so tough cookies for them.
That's right. That's right.
They don't get to listen to how much of a weirdo, crazy person their son is. So
you're like, well, then good. Yeah. So I'm sure the pictures explain a lot, though.
Yeah, when I speak Korean, people often say that my personality seems very different. Like I sound a lot more mature.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
I'm like, I don't know.
You got it, buddy. You got it.
Yep. That's what they say.
Well, I guess we ought to go ahead and pay bills real quick because has anybody already used the new one yet? Has anybody tried it?
No, I have not. I haven't had a show on Blondes until tonight. So
we're gonna break out the new promo from our lovely Paranormal Paul.
Are you ready to see what lies beneath the ever-thinning veil of the unknown? Book your craft now for the Crossing Realms Conference September 19th and 20th in Richmond, Missouri.
This is the future.
This unprecedented experience allows you to not only hear and interact with a cornucopia of highly respected researchers, scientists, and experiencers, it will shape the very foundations of your reality. You will lay witness to some of the best evidence collected in decades.
This is the future.
Be a part of history in the making. Get your tickets now at eventbrite.com. The Crossing Realms Conference, where the paranormal becomes normal.
I love it.
I love it too. My biggest issue though, I'm so amazed that Tex was able to say cornucopia without screwing up. That was the highlight of the entire thing. Okay.
Oh my goodness. I was like, man, that's pretty cool. I like how he did all of our speakers, special guests, and just like, it's like, bam, 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 bam. I'm like, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Put it all together. Nice job, Paul. Nice job.
Yep.
I like it.
So that's why I got it on here, and it'll be there for me. Now I got to make sure y'all had to put it up on y'all's because this is my actual Truth or Tinfoil setup in the back on the Blonde's page, but it's still mine. So you have to go find it on your own and put it up there on yourself. So,
or you can put it up there for me. So that would
yeah, I'll put it up there for you. I usually do that.
All right, thanks. But I gotta tell you guys something weird though.
Go ahead.
I mean, besides our topic tonight, but so I'm sitting on my bed and my daughter calls, and so I answer the phone and I'm talking to her a little bit, and we're talking about her. She's got a new job interview tomorrow, and blah blah blah. Good luck to her. God bless you, babe. And next thing you know, I hear this sound like it was I said, did you hear that? She said, no, I didn't hear it. So I started getting up and she started saying something. I'm like, hold on, wait. Shh, hang on. So I'm walking out there, to the living room. And right when I got out there, my dog was like perked up and looking, and everything. And then he started to lay down as I got out there. And I'm thinking, well, he heard it too, because he was all perked up, didn't know what it was. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So I got to looking around outside. I got looking around to see if it was any of the cats. Nobody, nothing. They were all sleeping.
Did it sound like almost like a type thing?
Yes, it did.
You know what I'm looking for, right? You know what I immediately started looking for, right?
What's that?
What's that?
Hang on, see if I can find it. Dual track.
It was a very long tone.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see if this is it right here. I'm looking at it first to make sure I've got it because.
Uh-oh. I don't know. Randy's got something up his sleeve. He always does.
Oh, yeah. I always do. Hang on. Here we go. Let's see if you can remember this one. We'll do this real quick, so we can get it over with.
As he's trying.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying, but I'm going to see if you remember this one.
That's a big man. His clothing covers up a lot.
Exactly. So, yeah. I mean, I call
it but longer.
Longer?
But longer.
Yeah. The minute you said that, I thought about that because that's where we heard it the first time. We both heard it on the same show that day.
Yeah, it sounded like that, but it was a lot longer. It was like, oh.
And it trailed a little bit more?
Yeah.
Can you play it one more time?
But it sounded like it was in my living room, not right up on us.
Gotcha. Okay, well, let's back it up here and let's see one more time. Here we go.
Clothing covers up a lot.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, I call it a good.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you know what that sounds like?
Hmm.
I'll show you.
Oh no.
Oh, Herbert. Yes. You got.
Play that sound again. Play that sound again.
Okay, here we go. Exactly. So, yeah.
Yep.
I can hear
Sounds
it. Too.
just. Yep. I can hear it.
But so pretty much that sound though, just longer and trailed off.
It was drawn out.
Yeah.
So it was the same sound, same tone.
Same tone and same.
Yeah, but it was out in the living room, and that's why I went out there. It sounded like somebody was in my house. I had to go look. But see, I'm figuring this out. This is I'm actually by myself. My daughter's not here. My mother's not here. I'm not home alone a lot.
Yeah.
If at all. There's always somebody here. And so for this to be going in the living room, something was this strange, and these things have a tendency to pick up.
Yeah.
When I'm home by myself. It's kind of like they're wondering where everybody else is. You know what I mean? It's like where's everybody?
Where's our friend? Where's our friends at?
Yeah, I know. And it was very strange to me. I was like, okay. But I mean, that's pretty much what it was like, except it was a lot longer.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we'll just have to keep our ears open, see if it happens again, because I'm still home by myself, still yet. So we'll have to wait and see.
You haven't been getting no like crazy dreams, have you?
I haven't slept long enough to get any dreams, honestly, to tell you the truth. Yeah, because I have to take naps when I get home from work. About an hour nap before I get up and do shows, because then I have to go right back to sleep, because I normally have maybe 4 to 5 hours sleep after that before I have to get up and go to work. So that's how I have to get my rest. So I don't really have a whole lot of time sleeping, and I'm always like, I guess it's like I'm one of those people, just let me lay down for 5 minutes and I'll be sleeping.
Yeah.
I go to a movie theater to watch a movie that I've been wanting to watch for, ever since I saw the trailer 7 months ago, and I'll still fall asleep during it.
Well, yeah.
In the movie theater.
Because you slow down and you stop, and everything settles, and next thing you know, gone.
I'm out. It don't take me long, like not even. Maybe 15 minutes. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else is like that. A lot of people complain about people like me, that I can fall asleep like within 5 minutes, but trust me, it's pure exhaustion. It's not because I can just do that. It's just pure exhaustion.
Hey, there's been many times, you grab 10 minutes to give you 10 more hours to go, type thing.
Yeah.
In the military, you sleep wherever you can sleep and get it in as fast as you can get it in.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of like, I'm one of those people that I'm always afraid I'm going to miss my alarm. So I wake up early. My body just says, wake up. And so I'm always up before my alarm.
Yeah.
Is there something with that? I wonder.
No, I think it's just the fact that your body's set to that time.
Yeah.
Like me.
Because, I wake up at, I wake up at 2:30. That's my wake up time is 2:30 a.m. So if I look at my clock, usually it's right around that 2:00 hour.
Yeah. Even if you don't have to go.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'll just stay up and watch TV or something until I fall back asleep.
Yeah.
It's just like,
put something boring on.
Man. Yeah. I usually watch the ID channel. That's
the
ID channel.
My problem is though,
when
you flip it on trying to go to sleep and it comes up with something you get interested in, you're stuck watching.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's why I never put on Discovery. I never put on Annie. I never, and God forbid, not YouTube.
Well, I'm at 4, but I've got this little turd that's over here, of course, knocked out. I'd wake his butt up just out of spite. 3 a.m. though, every morning is when he thinks he needs to jump on my chest. Single morning, to the point now I'm waking up at 3, cringing and waiting for it to happen.
Yeah. Right. Right.
I hate
Well,
cats. Did I tell you that?
all right. Let's dive into the 37th parallel.
Oh yeah.
I saw a just a small article on the 37th parallel and was absolutely amazed by this. Now, if you don't know about the 37th parallel, it has been dubbed the Alien Highway or the Paranormal Highway, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to call this the Cryptid Highway, and I will explain that in a little while. But this thing is just, it's supernatural. And it's weird things all the way around the world on this 37th parallel.
Yep.
And I thought, some people talk about it, but some people don't. And I thought that we would take like chunks of this 37th parallel and just talk about the stuff that is happening.
Yeah.
And what first attracted me to this topic was I looked at the line of the 37th parallel, and it runs right through where I'm at. And so Randy and I were talking about it, and we decided to look up and see where exactly I am on that parallel.
Mm-hmm.
My parallel is 36.757.
Yep. Plugged it in and everything just to make sure.
Just to make sure. So I'm on the 36.757th parallel. I am so close, it hurts. But I am definitely in the spot that matters. Anywhere
Maybe that's why you're getting all those sounds in your house, Brandi.
Well, I'm thinking that's me because it didn't matter where I lived at this point. It's always been happening. So
You're a
for
ghost
me,
magnet?
yeah. Well, I go to so many different locations that is it hard, to pick up a hitchhiker? No, absolutely not. Because, I always do the no attachment thing. You can't attach yourself to me, blah, 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 blah. But that doesn't necessarily stop a hitchhiker. A hitchhiker is just somebody that hops in and says, all right, let's go for a ride. It's not somebody that's trying to attach to you. They're just wanting to see where you're going and what's going on with you.
Right.
Normally they get tired of you and then they leave. In most cases. But this, and I did the history on my property and all, my surrounding area. Nobody's died here. The people who built this house are still alive. And I've said this before. There is nothing that would say that this place should be haunted. If you go back in history, there's nothing that says that anywhere. So this is just something that possibly that I am attracting. And I'm kind of in a hot spot. Yeah. So according to the 37th parallel, I'm in a hot spot. So who wants to start? Who wants to start with their little piece of the 37th parallel?
Well, real quick, I just want to see if there's anyone in the chat room. If you can show a show of hands, does anyone in the chat also live on the 37th parallel?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Actually,
Yeah.
I just started it here in the corner so that it'd show on the feed too. I noticed that Randy Victoria Alexander said it's not far from it early on. There's a few people that are probably now. Gary's on the 33rd. He said earlier he's on the 33rd. As you can see from the actual map here, it's on the northern edge of Oklahoma, obviously.
Yeah.
And now, as you follow it along there, you see it comes in right around just below San Francisco there. Cuts the lower part of Nevada.
Yeah,
And
Santa Cruz area.
And then it stays in line with all of the borders of Utah, Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, Nebraska, and Oklahoma. All the way through until it hits Missouri, where it decides it wants to go up and smack Brandi around for a little bit.
Yeah. And that's just up a hair. That's not, I mean, it goes up just a hair, but look at how many other ones is bordering. Look at there.
Yeah.
It's like just almost Arkansas, Missouri, almost Tennessee, Kentucky, almost, you know, I
Exactly.
mean, it's like,
But it's in line with their borders too. So
yeah. It's just like, zzz, which
yeah,
is kind of weird too by itself. Kind of, yeah.
Cool Hand says he's just southeast of San Francisco.
yeah.
There
Randy
you go.
says, if you know where Springfield, Missouri is, I'm about 35 to 40 miles from there to the
Know
east.
exactly where that's at.
Right? Yep.
Springfield,
So you're
Missouri
almost on it too.
Yeah.
Springfield, Missouri is where all outdoorsmen go to pay homage to the original Bass Pro Shop.
Bass Pro Shop.
I've never
Right.
stepped foot in a Bass Pro Shop before.
Oh, you got to. It's kind of like
I mean,
kind of like
look at me.
it's
Go for the beer and the steak.
it's the I don't even the mega store for outdoorsmen. Just kind of like Buc-ee's is the mega store for convenience stores. It's the
Gary's
mega.
right.
It's
Gary's
the
right.
mega.
Did not even think about that. Looking at it, he's 100% right. That sucker
Catches the edge
catches
of
the
the LBL.
edge LBL. Because I mean, you're talking about. I'm used to sharing these instead of putting it in as overlay, but yeah, you look at it; it's barely above that border. It cuts right through LBL.
Yeah. I mean, that explains a lot for me. I mean, that explains a lot for me.
And I don't know if I'll have to see if I grabbed it or not, or if I saved it. But there was one that I looked at today. As I was just doing a little bit of research on it in my spare time. There was one that showed this one article was talking about there was a massive. In fact, I might have had it maybe on my Facebook where it's at. Actually, I'll look real quick. But there was a magnetic issue along the 37th parallel in Kentucky. I got to find it real quick. I think I saved it on my Facebook because
I'm like, imagine that.
Yeah, no kidding. That's what I said. Like, hey, what the heck are we talking about here?
I know. So, I mean, we can get started. Let's just get started with my neck of the woods. Let's just go there. So, you know, it is called. It was dubbed the Alien Highway due to how many reports and everything that have gone across the 37th parallel. And it's usually within 100 miles south or 100 miles north of this 37th parallel, which is really cool. Now, I mean, you can take in Roswell, which is the big one. Roswell is 100 miles south of 37th parallel. So if you take into account that Cape Girardeau, which that crash happened 7 years before Roswell, is probably about 60 to 65 miles north of the 37th parallel, which is just, it's awesome all in the same. Then we have a town in Missouri called Piedmont, which is now being dubbed it is actually named by Missouri State the alien capital of Missouri. It is Piedmont, which is approximately 35 miles from me. So, you know, they've had a documentary done out there. There's been all kinds of stuff out there. Not to mention, there have been several eyewitness accounts of Bigfoot and a possible dogman encounter out there, which encompasses probably about 50 square miles, right in that area. So, I mean, it is an awesome place up there. And we do see strange things in the skies. I mean, I don't see them because I forget to look up because, that's what I do. It's my favorite thing not to look up, but please look up. Oh my goodness. And even my friend, Terry Mosby, who is really into the CE5 and the whole alien aspect of everything and she has been hounding me to go to Piedmont. And I keep telling her, okay, we will, but we just have not got around to it. And I really need to go out there. I don't care if we're out there camping. I don't care if we're, staying in a little hotel, whatever. Because basically Piedmont is it's not a resort town, but it's more of a summer type town. With the camping and all of that. I mean, they have all that kind of stuff. And it's not very big at all. It's not very big. But what amazed me about the town is that when driving in, you get a weird feeling. You start feeling like woozy a little bit.
Yeah.
You just don't necessarily feel exactly right like you should. And by the time I got in there, the crazy little thing is there's a crystal shop in the middle of this town. This itty bitty town, there's a crystal shop. I was like, you're selling crystals out here? Why are we selling crystals?
Exactly. Well, that makes you go, excuse me?
Yeah. It's like, why? And they have a fantastic selection. I really love the shop. It's not very big, but I'm like, and for it to be a seasonal type town, that's not a very lucrative business. Or is it?
No, I mean,
or
you would think though, in a small town like Piedmont, I say small town, it's not super small. I mean, but it's smaller than Springfield or any of the others like that. But still,
oh gosh, I think it's smaller than my town.
You think it is?
I
thought
think
it had like 30 or 40,000 in it.
No,
It doesn't.
No.
Either way, you're talking about backwoods hillbillies. Excuse my language, but that's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about Ozark Mountains. We're talking about where the Beverly Hillbillies came from. Okay, this is what we're talking about. All right, but either way, you're talking about stones and crystals that they're selling. They're for lack of a better word, chakra stones.
Right. For for the whole metaphysical, well-being,
spiritualism, well-being stone, that kind of deal. That's not something you would think would be a sure sale there,
right? You don't think so? You really don't.
Most of those guys that pull up there going, let's listen for it again.
Where's the beach? I don't know. It's kind of like, where's the camp and let's get grilling? Where's the beer? Where's the beer store? Yeah,
exactly. So but
it is a hunter's mecca.
Oh yeah,
out in that area. So I mean, there is that, but then again, that's only for a certain season for a few weeks, and then
it's varmint hunting after that, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh gosh, hold on.
Cat.
I got a little dog down here. So
where'd that one come from?
My daughter just got home. Come here.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Wiener.
Oh, hey.
Hey, buddy.
He's Mr. Stinky right now. But I mean, it was really cute. My daughter and I drove out there, and like I said, it was super weird. Go on. Go eat. Or no, he already ate. So she felt weird. I mean, she had that same feeling driving into that town. So I'm just wondering if it is something to do with the town where it's located. Maybe you're just getting into a certain type of altitude that could make you feel kind of like that, or is it something else? But we weren't very high in altitude, so I don't know. It was kind of strange, but there's been many UFO sightings in Piedmont, especially on a bridge over some water, where people usually will locate themselves and watch the skies at night, waiting for those lights to come through. Also, on the 37th parallel is where I had my close encounter with Bigfoot. It's right there within that 100-mile radius around the 37th parallel. And that was over in Ava, Missouri. So, I mean, there's a lot going on. Now, in my small town alone, I mean, it is haunted. And I'm not kidding. It is very, very haunted in my town. And because the buildings are old, a lot of things have happened, a lot of tragedy has happened. And it is just sometimes it seems like it's more heightened than other times. And I'm not saying, okay, it's Halloween time, so hey, it's all haunted. No, I'm talking like around the anniversary of the tornado, it gets a little bit more like there's more activity and there's things like that. Like you'll see shadows, you'll see stuff like that. You'll start hearing stuff more, especially when you're in the downtown area. Um, it's very strange, but this 37th parallel has got me a little perplexed.
Got a question for you though.
Yes.
You said your first Bigfoot experience was in Ava, right? And
yes.
We said where you're at is 36.75 or something like that, if I remember right.
Yes.
Ava's 36.95.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were right on it.
I was right on it. Okay, so that makes even more sense. So now we're getting even closer to the 37th parallel. So while I'm talking about all of this, I found a lot of rabbit holes to go down into, about, the alien highway, the paranormal highway, the supernatural highway is what I want to call it. But I found a study done by, gosh, I can't even remember what college it was done by, but they did a study and it said that people above the 37th parallel are not and cannot get enough vitamin D in their calendar year. But anyone below the 37th parallel can. Now, granted, I know the closer to the equator you get, the more sunshine you will have, that you're going to get that vitamin D and the warmer it is.
Yeah.
But my thing is why the 37th parallel?
According to what I was reading earlier today, because I saw one the same way. And one of the things was that at winter solstice and summer solstice, that 37th parallel lines up with the closest star to us, and it's seen for the most amount of time on that parallel. Now it makes me wonder: is there something coming from that star system that's hitting above or below 37 versus above?
I don't know, Donnie.
It's it's significant. Mostly in the winter time, there's reduced exposure to sunlight because of the tilt of the Earth. Yeah, and that difference is demarcated by the 37th parallel, which goes into some other theories that I have on why I think it's significant. But we'll get to that a little.
I don't know. Has anybody spent a winter in Missouri? They should try it sometime. You're not getting any sun.
Fort Lost in the Woods. Thank you very much. Yeah.
If you're getting any sun, you're not out in it. It's too cold. Because I'm so far south that I'm almost in Arkansas, and we primarily do not get snow. We get ice.
Right.
Ice is our biggest threat, most generally.
Yep.
We do get snow, but ice is usually the biggest problem that we have, which I find that more concerning due to the fact is ice is more treacherous than snow.
By a long shot.
I'd have snow any day than I'd have ice. So, I mean, there is that, but it's funny how it's the 37th parallel.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not even an old wives' tale either. There's like a bunch of like actual medical journals that talk about the need for supplementing vitamin D if you live above the 37th parallel during the fall and winter time. But it's because of the tilt of the Earth and the angle which it's at when you're during winter time.
Right. And I get that. But is that what would be the significance of this supernatural highway on the 37th parallel? I mean, it's just funny how they kind of coincide with each other.
I think it's linked.
Yeah.
I think it's linked.
Well, and I bet money if you reverse it when we're at winter and the southern hemisphere is summer, that 37 parallel on the southern hemisphere is probably getting the same reaction.
Yeah.
You're getting enough during that summer time frame below the 37th or above the 37th in that mid range to offset the winter.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I don't know that. I didn't read it. So.
I just think that I don't know. I think it's linked somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, a lot of things are, like I just said, linked together on this parallel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, Randy, let's talk about how and where that line just rides.
Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of a little thing to think about first before we go too far into it. I'm going to bring this picture up, and this is from the USGS.gov. This is a magnetic anomaly map that the USGS provides, and this is over Kentucky area. Okay, the pink there is the anomalies. I want you to give you the scale here. You see the scale of magnetic anomaly right there, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's an awful lot going along in that area, especially you look there at
Is there a
Oak
zoomed
Ridge.
out version of that so we could see how it looks compared to other states?
No, this is the only one I could find. But like I said, this is the one that I was saying somebody had shared the magnetic anomalies part. Now, this could also be referenced because of the cave systems too. But as you can see, look at the one on the further right, the further east, close to the Tennessee border there, before you get into Virginia and West Virginia. If you look there, look at how bright and how big those magnetic anomalies are along the border there, and going down into Tennessee and up further into Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean, could it all be the caves? I don't know. I mean, because ley lines, if you looked at the ley line map, the current one that I could find, there's no ley lines along that run along the 37th. They all spiral out away. So,
Something else that kind of looked kind of funny about that map is, where does the Appalachian Mountains fall and the Smoky Mountains fall, and to see the difference, I mean, of the magnetic field. Yeah,
well,
because you can see a direct line.
Yeah, right there on the right.
Like where the Smoky, see the direct line there?
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking, where you see the little Oak Ridge mark underneath there above Knoxville. I'm thinking that's the Smokies, and the further to the right you go, you get more of the Appalachians, further east.
I don't know. I wish we could see that better.
I do too, but unfortunately, like I said, I had to fight to get this one. So,
well, I meant maybe that's something we need to look farther into to see the difference between, because it does look like it's running the Smokies. It definitely looks like it's running the Smokies. And what are the Smokies, famous for? Sasquatch.
Yeah. Big time.
Well, should we call it the wild man? That's what they're famous for, the wild man. So that, I mean, that's kind of weird though, that magnetic pole. I mean, but we know about the caves. We know about all the caves, the Mammoth Caves, the Merrimack, and all that stuff that's just rolling around in this. I want to call it a tri-state because it is Kentucky, Tennessee, and Missouri. I mean,
okay. All right. I am looking just real quick. I'm trying to kind of zoom in here on this thing because I found an actual full U.S. state magnetic anomaly map through the USGS. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and share this. This is an EPS, so I can't really just download it and put it up there. So I'm going to share screen. But let's see, share screen.
Well, that's okay, because that way we can zoom in. I mean, I just want everybody to see how this 37th parallel is something that needs to be studied. I mean, really, really studied, because there's a lot of things connected to it.
Okay, now I'm at 100% right here. I'm going
to
zoom over here. Okay, so as we can see here, You obviously see that's San Andreas Fault. There's no doubt what you've got right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Somewhere around this area is where it comes in, and it goes across here and then along the borders. Okay. When it gets to Missouri, and as you can see, even if you had the ley lines map over the top of it right now, you could almost follow where the pink's at is where the ley lines are going. Okay?
You're right. You're right. I can see I'm actually visualizing that map.
Yeah. So as it goes across here and it gets into your neck of the woods, just above where it would cross here, you can see you've got a lot of little spots right along here. See them?
Yeah.
So you got magnetic anomalies there. Then you get into Kentucky, and once again, this is going to be your Appalachian stuff right here because it goes all the way down into Alabama and down low. Okay. As my drill sergeant used to say, the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. But, you're talking about this area, Georgia. This is Eaglemont for people that's ever been in Tennessee area. This Eaglemont area right here, the corner of Georgia and Alabama and Tennessee, you've got Eaglemont in that area. But these are going to be your that's not really the Appalachians. It looks to me like the Appalachians should be along in this area, right? Am I looking at that right?
Yeah.
It's looking like it.
So you're saying that the Smoky Mountain range in that area is what we need to be looking at. I mean, when it comes to something like this.
Because I think, well, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure the Smokies are actually just part of the Appalachians in the first place. But, I mean, it doesn't just stop there. I mean, as well as I do, this area right here has got mountains as well, going up into Virginia. That's Appalachian in that area.
Yeah, that's the Appalachian Trails right there.
Yeah.
It looks like what you're running on.
Yeah, but
so it looks like what the anomalies aren't so much tied to the latitude as more to the geological features of the country.
I think that's
what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But it's just funny that all of that. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. All that being said, and looking at it, they tend to, I shouldn't say congregate, but you've got a lot that are on the actual parallel, though. Like
yeah,
this
I see
here.
that.
You see this area of Texas right here, right?
Yeah.
That's what we call the hill country right there. That's nothing but rocks.
Yeah.
So.
And they say the Appalachian Mountain Range is like one of the oldest mountain ranges currently in the world. Yeah.
Yeah. In the Green Mountains up in Vermont. Yeah.
Well, again, this will be interesting to see if this magnetic field has anything to do with it either. I mean, because you do have a lot running along that 37th parallel.
Yes. Okay, so I digress. We know where we're looking at now, pretty much. So I just thought it was cool seeing that we've got a lot more magnetic anomalies, and the USGS is keeping track of it for us. We can go out and get these maps anytime you want.
Right. Thank the government.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Uncle Sam.
Pay homage to your evil overlords.
Yep.
Right. So
anyway, where you at?
So let's talk about like some of the main places then that are on the 37th parallel that are the most notorious, right? That we can bring up, such as Skinwalker Ranch.
Okay.
I was surprised to find out that that on the 37th parallel, Skinwalker Ranch is right there.
Where's it located at on it?
Where's the actual? Actually, let's find out where's Skinwalker Ranch actually located.
That I'm not for sure, but now I found this one right here. If you look here, over the one up farthest to the left in Nevada, that's Groom Lake. Okay. That's Area 51.
The Uinta Basin.
Let's see.
Actually, no. It's on the 39th parallel. Where are they talking about?
Okay, so it is north, isn't it? Is it in Arizona or Nevada, or is it in Utah?
It's in Utah.
It's in Utah. Okay. All right. So it's a little bit further up then.
Yeah.
Okay. So with this one, that one on the left, like I said, that's Area 51. Now, if you get into New Mexico, the one a little bit further south there in New Mexico, that's the Dulce underground base. There's a Dulce underground military base.
Oh, Area 51 is right on the 37th. Area 51 is 37.2.
Isn't that it? If you look at that dot right there on the far left in the bottom of Nevada, isn't that it?
Yeah, it's like exactly on that line.
Yeah. And then the next one, you go down into that one in New Mexico, and that's the underground base. You also have the Taos, New Mexico hum. You've heard of the Taos hum, right?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's on there too. Taos is part of the phenomenon with it. So, I mean, that's one of the ones when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, that's kind of wild. That is really kind of wild. Because you got Taos, now there was a couple of spots. Cattle mutilations are also another one that's on along.
That's big on the 37th parallel.
I just realized my brother lives exactly on the 37th parallel. That's crazy. He lives on the east coast. It comes out onto Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah,
that's where my brother lives
on that watershed, isn't he?
Yeah. Chesapeake Bay. Right there on the line. Wow.
It's wild.
But what we haven't addressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
We haven't addressed where exactly this 37th parallel connects 4 states.
Oh yeah, the four. You want to talk about the 4 corners?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the 4 corners, which everyone knows that this is a very spiritual, mystical, magical place where these 4 states connect. And it is definitely connected to our indigenous Indian tribes.
Oh yeah, 100%. And as you talk about that, as you look, you've got the one on the far left. You've got nothing, quote unquote, between it and this. And this map just shows certain things that the author of the article, honed in on. He didn't even talk about the Devil's Highway that goes from Arizona into Utah and such. He didn't talk about the stuff around the 4 corners, the UFO. I shouldn't say Mecca per se, but there's a large UFO watching presence in that area of the 4 corners.
Yeah.
And I think we've talked about it. We talked about it on this show before. Guess what else is in that area? Superstition Mountains.
Right. Now tell everybody, if they don't know, a little bit about these mountains, because it is quite cool. What we're talking about.
Okay, so they're a little bit south of this. They're east of the Phoenix area, really. They're a little bit south. But Superstition Mountains has such a large folklore with the indigenous population, the Native Americans. And, they have various names called Crooked Top Mountains, Thunder Mountains, Mountains of Foam. And the natives have called them superstitious from day one. Now, the biggest thing about Superstition Mountains is people, they want to kind of explain things away, but there is an aura about it that lends people to kind of lose their mind a little bit, shall we say?
A lot of people go missing there too.
Yeah, and wind up dead. They literally wind up dead. So.
And numerous sightings. Of various phenomena.
Yeah. Got one guy from Denver, Colorado, went missing in 2009. He wasn't found until 2012. You got another one, 3 of them. 3 hikers went missing in 2010, searching for the lost Dutchman's gold mine.
Yep.
Okay. You got a Phoenix lawyer who went missing in 2024. Still haven't found him. 2025, you got a 25-year-old hiker in 2016. They were found dead in the Superstition Mountains. So you got another guy that fell 700 feet, literally fell 700 feet to his death, trying to take a selfie. I'm going to back up that. I almost spit on myself on that one. I was like, he was trying to take a freaking selfie.
It's been known to happen.
Okay, let's not take selfies on cliffs, everyone. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
700.
Was he a tourist? Like, was he American?
Oh yeah, he was out of California, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's
Yikes.
one of those is like, yeah. I'm trying to make sure where he was from, just to make sure. He was on Flatiron Summit. It does not tell me where he's from, but either way.
Oh, of course not. He doesn't want to be identified. Well,
I wouldn't either. Not for that one.
I wouldn't either.
Speaking of which, though, speaking of identification type things, and we tend to forget about this sometimes because we've already gone way over time, but
Donnie Cho, meme of the week.
All right, so meme of the week. Guys, we live in very politically charged times these days. Nowadays, you can't get through a family dinner without somebody bringing up politics or culture. And then
That's
people
usually
get all butthurt.
That's Thanksgiving, yeah.
People get butthurt. Some people are left and some people are right, but an argument can be made that we as a culture and as a society are in the midst of let's just say it outright, a cultural civil war, guys.
Oh.
And because of that, in this day and age, Americans have never been more divided.
Toby saying no.
Americans so divided these days.
Oh my goodness.
So divided. It's like a line down the middle, guys.
A house divided, right there.
Yes.
Lord have mercy. I think I'm gonna.
That's taking it to the realistic extent.
Yes.
Realistic.
Our people are so divided.
What they need to do. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the first Kingsman movie.
Mm-hmm.
When she got him when she got the very first where she got that guy with the with her razor feet or whatever they were.
Yeah.
And he just she needs to come back and get him.
Yeah.
Well, he just reminds me of like a Mad Max character. You know what I mean? Like it should be in one of the Mad Max
so divided.
movies.
No, they chew him up and spit him out.
Yeah, but he still reminds me of like, well, one of the first to be.
I'm actually impressed, that the guy on the left was able to pull that off. I'm impressed. You, sir, deserve credit, especially the neck. Men don't usually grow hair on the neck like that, like right there. I'm impressed.
Can you imagine if he just let it all grow? Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I think he'd be our next. Yeah, he would be the next misidentified Sasquatch.
We'd call him Bigfoot Light.
Yes, Bigfoot Light.
I don't think I could ever do that because you can't grow hair on steel to start with. So.
Yeah, but talking about, it just made me think about this about culture, a cultural divide. We're talking about that.
Right.
I mean, I think we should have our own culture because I think we kind of do. It's the whole cryptid paranormal culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, we live and breathe these things sometimes. We have conferences about them. We watch podcasts about them. We do podcasts about them. We read stories. We watch videos, documentaries, anything out there. We read books. We do. It needs to be a culture.
We're a subculture.
Yeah, we need to be a real one, though. Yeah. I think I'm gonna vote for that.
Well,
we get our own holiday. It's gonna be Squash Day.
Can you bring that up again?
It's gonna be Squash Day.
Americans so divided, yeah.
So SoCal said he's awful symmetrical. I'm wondering. I'm kind of thinking with him. This is a mirrored image. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second. I didn't realize that.
No, but couldn't we have like a Bigfoot Day?
Sure, why not? I'm for it.
I think once we catch Bigfoot and then it gets out there like disclosure, I think then they'll have a Bigfoot Day.
We should have an Alien Day.
Yeah.
And it's only for the believers. It's not for these skeptics.
Yeah, we should establish a Bigfoot Day for the paranormal community.
That's what a paid holiday. That's what I'm saying. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
National Bigfoot Day. Is there a National Bigfoot Day? Actually, you know what? I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Well,
I don't think there is really. I mean, it's not recognized.
While we were talking about it.
Oh, actually, there is, Brandi. October 20th, also known as National Sasquatch Awareness Day. This day commemorates the famous Patterson Gimlin film, which was captured, that was filmed on October 20th, 1967. So, yes, technically there is a Bigfoot Day.
But it's not.
And we're celebrating Patterson Gimlin.
Yeah, October 20th.
Okay. Well, we're going to make it a thing, everyone. Everybody
National Sasquatch Awareness Day, guys.
We're going to do it.
We should wear brown ribbons.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm breaking out my Sasquatch suit now.
Yes. So. We got to do like a special live stream on October 20th. We got to remember that. Write that down in our calendars.
Definitely.
We should do a Dogman Day.
No.
No
Dogman Day. That's too woo.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because we already really have a ghost day.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we really do.
Well, the Day of the Dead, I guess, would be the ghost day, right?
Yeah. Dia de los Muertos.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
that's November 1st. That's literally that's the day after Halloween, which makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's still Halloween to me.
Yeah. So, yeah, ghosts have a day. Do we have a National UFO Day? Let's look.
Yeah, do a quick look on it.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep up on all this, and we're going to have to fight the government to have these paid holidays.
You just want them paid, that's all.
Oh, there is a National UFO Day. It's July 2nd. That's the day that the flying saucers were supposed to have crashed at Roswell.
Oh, okay.
July 2nd.
I don't think that should be the day, because
that shouldn't be the day.
No, because it just shouldn't. Because 7 years earlier, it happened in Cape Girardeau, Missouri.
Yep.
So
sure did.
I don't think Roswell should get all the credit.
They just wanted to jumped on it and monetized it faster than everybody else.
Yeah, well, I guess because it was more people had seen it. The story got out faster. You know, it was here. It happened in somebody's farmland. Everybody kept it hush hush. It was cleaned up quickly. It was there wasn't there was more people involved in Roswell than there was in Cape Girardeau. That's probably why that all happened the way it did.
Well, and the landscape. I mean, you're talking about wide open deserty area versus
woods. I mean, you got to think about Missouri back then.
Yeah.
In the 1940s, it wasn't very populated.
No, it was a wild man's area.
Yeah.
I mean, quite frankly, even think about it. I don't know if you know who Audie Murphy is. When Audie Murphy died, when he died in his plane crash on May 28th, they couldn't retrieve him until the 31st because they couldn't get into the area. It was on a mountainside. They literally could not. It was a 3-day trek to get in there, and that was 72, I think.
Yeah. Well, if I'm remembering correctly, Humboldt, Tennessee is not really that far from me. Humboldt, Tennessee. Yeah. And I think that's where Patsy Cline's plane went down.
I think so too.
And so, and that was a kind of a weird region for a plane to go down. I mean, there's a lot of crashes in this area, which makes me again wonder why. Some say, it was weather. And I agree with that. Sometimes it can be treacherous here, even though you don't think so, but we're located right on the Mississippi over here. And that does play a role in say fog and all kinds of weather phenomena. And it's very strange, but it's weird. But the Mississippi is big. They call it the mighty Mississippi for a reason. And I don't know. There's just so many weird things that go along with that. I don't know, guys. I'm still fighting. I'm still talking about fighting the government for a paid Sasquatch Day.
Well, I looked at that Humboldt County just real quick, or Humboldt, Tennessee, and Yeah, I'm looking at it. It was on the just shy of the 36 parallel.
Okay.
So yeah, I prepared some stuff, but then I realized because I used to live in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and at first when I looked up 37th parallel, it listed Chapel Hill, North Carolina as one of the places near there. But then I realized, I looked closely, it was like it's actually 36. So I feel like I kind of waste. But I did find some cool stuff, but it doesn't really count because it's under 36.
It's on the 36th parallel. But
Damn it.
a lot of strange things are happening in between the two parallels.
Yeah. So let me show you this one place. So Chapel Hill, it's like 20 minutes outside. It's like it's pretty close to Duke, if you know where that is.
Yeah.
Near Raleigh, North Carolina. That's where I lived for a couple of years. And I just looked up the most haunted location. Well, one of the couple very famous. Chapel Hill's really haunted, Brandi. It's so haunted they actually have like ghost tours, like Gettysburg.
Yeah,
it's like
hold
a very
on
old town.
1 second. Yeah. So what's this 37th parallel? The 37th parallel has been linked to. It's called the Alien Highway. It's been called the Paranormal Highway. I am now dubbing it kind of like the Cryptid Highway. There's been a lot of things and weird anomalies and all kinds of stuff that's been happening on this 37th parallel. And we're just talking about weird things that have happened on or near the 37th parallel.
Oh. Okay. Now, as you were talking about that and the weird thing, I know once you finish that up, I got another little bit we're talking about the sightings, and I got something that went all the way back to 1836 for that parallel as well.
Okay. Well, tell me about Chapel Hill, though. I want to hear because, I love hearing about spooky places.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So here's an interesting bit that I found. The most haunted place, famously haunted place in Chapel Hill is the Horace Williams house. He was like a really famous philosophy professor from like the 1830s who donated his house. This is like right on campus, like right outside campus. And it's kind of like, you know what it reminds me of, Brandi? The Ray County Museum. It's kind of like a museum like that, but it's super haunted. People notice like things moving, apparitions, voices. But here's the crazy part. You ready for this? Here's a map of Chapel Hill where the Horace Williams house sits. That's it with the red marker, right?
Okay.
Brandi, remember like a few months ago, I told you that story about how I was living in Chapel Hill, and then that girl randomly came into the apartment.
Yes.
Who I thought was possessed.
Yes.
Do you know where that apartment was, Brandi?
Where?
I lived right next to it.
No way.
Wow. That's exactly where that happened. It was like not even 100 feet. The Horace Williams house, the most haunted location in Chapel Hill, was like not even 100 feet from where all that took place.
That's strange because you know what? I mean, for everybody out there that's listening, Donnie told us the story one time, and I'm going to make this short, about he was living in an apartment. He just showed us where it was. And this woman just walked in his house and was just acting like she was possessed. Just out of control, possessed.
Yeah.
And it makes all sense now because you're talking about this haunted type museum that's having, just high strangeness. And you're only living, 900 feet from it?
Like 100 feet.
100 feet from it?
Yeah.
That's
like a literal stone's throw away.
That's wild.
Wow.
Yeah. And another story that I told on my show, Donnie Cho Says Stuff. I did one episode where I just told one of my encounters. It was called I Whipped a Shadow Person's Ass, a true paranormal encounter. If you want to go back to it and listen to it, it's there. It was a story about how I was attacked by a shadow person while I was sleeping in my apartment. Same apartment.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there in the corner.
from this house, which is one of the most famously haunted locations in a famously haunted city in North Carolina.
Oh my goodness! That makes total sense.
Now another place that's not too far from there. This place. I forgot the name of it. Hold on, let me look up the name. First of all, it's a castle, right? It's called... Hold on. Shoot, why did I just forget the name of it like that? Gimghoul Castle. Gimghoul Castle. First of all, what in the hell is there a castle doing in North Carolina? But there is. It's on
one
campus,
in Georgia too.
right? And you know what this castle is used for? It's for the Gimghoul fraternity. It's basically UNC's version of like Skull and Bones. You know, that really shady fraternity where all the presidents come from.
Yep.
This is their emblem, the Order of the Gimghouls. And this castle is their headquarters. And it's right on campus. This is like a mile from all this. And this place is supposedly super haunted. Nobody knows what goes on over there. These are like very elitist kids who have really weird, shady parties, apparently.
They grew up to be the Illuminati.
Yeah.
There's some stuff going on there.
Yeah. Or the Odd Fellows.
Yeah.
You know?
They should have joined my fraternity, the Tapakega Brews.
Something. I don't know. But that's kind of crazy, though. I wonder if they kind of modeled that show after, like, a society like that. Because it's really its own little secret society.
Yeah.
Huh?
And the other place that I found, this one is like a few miles out. It's called the Devil's Tramping Ground. It's like a park like outside of like Raleigh and Chapel Hill. But apparently there's this clearing there and this circle here. Nothing will grow there, no matter what you put there. Seeds, people try. It's a perfect circle. You've heard about it, right?
Yes.
A lot of people in like North Carolina, if you talk about paranormal North Carolina, the Devil's Tramping Ground is going to pop up because apparently nothing will grow there. And as the legend goes, which I don't personally believe, but as the legend goes, people who try to sleep in the circle don't make the night.
That's interesting.
Now
wonder what has there been any tales of why they don't stay?
Different reasons. Some people they say actually like died of like exposure or whatever. Other people they leave because they feel like they're going insane, and then they don't make the night because they just leave. But the legend is nobody can make the night. Tex is gonna try if he ever visits North Carolina.
Oh gosh, he's got a tent right there. He here's I'm putting my tent right here in the middle.
Yeah. No tent. I'm gonna put his cot right there in the middle. No tent. You guys stay out there unless it's raining, of course. I won't make him die of exposure. But you staring at the stars now, okay? We're not,
Riley says, been there. People hear sounds of hooves that night. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. That's
wild.
Like, is it like horse hooves or just like?
I've heard that as well. I think that's part of the reason why they call it the Devil's Tramping Ground. Oh, Kirsten Lee. I'm in North Carolina. Very spooky place. High strangeness.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of weird stuff going on there.
Once again, you're getting into the Blue Ridges there. I mean, you talk about Asheville. And
you're right on the other side of the Blue Ridges.
Yeah. So there's a lot of Brown Mountain. Brown Mountain's in that general area. The Brown Mountain.
Plenty of cryptid sightings there too. Yep. Plenty of that.
A bunch.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, even though that's not located on the 37th parallel, it's
close enough. It's actually closer to the 37th parallel, way closer than Skinwalker Ranch is.
Oh
yeah. Absolutely. But there are a lot of coincidences that we really just can't ignore on some of this, because a lot of the most famous UFO sightings, crashes, all of that stuff, cattle mutilations, everything has been located on or near within 100 miles north or south of the 37th parallel.
Okay, I got a question for you, Brandi. Since you're in Missouri,
Yeah.
have you ever heard of the Joplin spook light?
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
the tri-state spook light, whatever they want to call it?
Yes.
Been observed since 1836 along the 37th parallel. Okay. Burritt College in Tennessee has luminous objects as well. They've been seeing those since 1853. So this is mystery airships from the 1890s across Arkansas, Missouri, Texas, Kansas, and Kentucky. And obviously in Cape Girardeau.
Okay, so let's talk about the Joplin spook light.
Yeah.
I went looking for it.
Did you see it?
No. I'll tell you what I did see, though. Because where the road you can go down to see the Joplin spook light it is more populated, and people will now call the cops on you if you pull alongside the road to watch for it. They don't want you down there.
I see.
But there is a dirt road that runs kind of adjacent to it. Like real close adjacent to it. And if you know how to get in there, you can get on this back road in this dirt road.
Okay.
So, all right. So there was a line of us that went out there. We just all parked and we just waited for something to happen. They said that they had seen a blue light that went skidding across the road. They had all kinds of meters out there to check for radiation, for gas, for anything, and nothing was popping. But the light still came. It wasn't like the spook light, like it's coming at you, that sort of thing. It wasn't like that. Yeah. But it did have a light anomaly. Now, when I was out there, I saw like things that look like red fireworks. Like they would kind of like pop and you'd see like fireworks, just like mini fireworks going on. And I did see that. It was very strange. Couldn't explain it. No meters going off. Nothing. Nothing. Not even an EMF meter was going off. Nothing. And we did see those lights out there. It was very strange. Super strange.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then when we were coming back, I was at the end of the line. And of course, we were on a dirt road and there was probably about, I would say 7 cars in front of me. Well, they were dusting me out, right? So I kind of had to really slow down because I'm just in my little car at this time. I wasn't in my Jeep. I was in my car. And I had to slow down pretty far. And I had my windows rolled down because it was a nice evening, you know, and I'd had them rolled up because I was getting dusted. And then I rolled them back down and I'm just sitting waiting for the dust to settle for me to continue and carry on.
Yeah.
So I have very dense forest on the one side of me. The other side was an open field. And as I'm sitting there waiting for this dust to settle, I start hearing all these branches snapping.
Yeah.
Off in this dense forest. So the first thing I could think of is, man, somebody's going to be mad because there's cattle caught up in that. And, you know, there's going to be a rancher who's going to be mad because cattle's caught up in that dense forest. And I'm like, there is no way a cow could even get up in there. It's that, you know, it's that dense in there. And I'm thinking, and it wasn't little cracks either. It was loud snaps coming. So I'm like, crap, you know, and I'm thinking, well, maybe it could be a bear, you know, and then I'm like, well, here's an idiot, me, sitting out here with my windows rolled down when there could be a bear over here. So I like, okay, I need to get out of here. So I got out and then we went back to the hotel where we were all staying at, and I got to talking to him and I'm like, I heard all this stuff and these big snaps and all, and I mean huge snaps. And I said, I thought it was a bear. And they're like looking at me like I'm weird. And I'm like, what? Said there hasn't been a bear spotted here in years. Not a bear one. Been here for years.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was a something though.
It was a something. Whatever it was a something. but I didn't see any more cattle out there or anything that would say for me that maybe, one of them was out there with the, they were doing their thing out in the dark or whatever, trying to hunker down for the night or whatever they were doing. But it was a very nice night. So I'm like, why would they even be out here? I don't know. But yeah, it was very strange. It was just a strange area. Beautiful, but strange.
Do you get a lot of cryptid sightings out of there? Reported cryptid sightings?
Sounds like there would be. For me, I mean, there are some over there, but I'm going to tell you what, the tornado that took out Joplin, Missouri, which was, highly covered in national news, and they've made documentaries, all kinds of stuff about this, because it wiped out the whole city, wiped it out.
Jeez.
And I think, I can't remember if it was an F4 and F5, but it was huge, just huge, and took it out. But when they built Joplin back, there is a definite weird feeling in that town. Like, it's like something is just not right. Not bad. Just something weird. Like, you get a very weird feeling because everything you're looking at is brand spanking new. There are no old buildings. There's no historical markers or historical homes. It's all brand new. Which you're like, that's weird. Because you normally, when you go into these older towns, you're looking for those markers. You're looking for those big homes. It's all brand new. Especially on that one side of town. It's all brand new.
It had to be brand new because they had to
rebuild. For the folks
it.
wondering, this is what Joplin looks like. Right?
Yep.
Looks very flat.
That's what downtown looks like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have any big city or big skyscrapers or nothing like that. And there's probably 250,000 live there.
Oh, I'm not sure. It's not a small town by any means.
No.
It's a city. It's a city.
I had a buddy with me at Fort Leonard Wood that actually he owned a house down there that he rented, and on our way to Springfield, we stopped in Joplin, and the Springfield, we went, Bass Pro. Okay, so we're going down to Bass Pro. We had to stop in Joplin so he could look at his property, make sure those people were taking care of it. So that's why I remember running around, and he couldn't even remember where it was at, really. That's how long he had been since he had actually been to his house that he owned.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because the one part of town, the city is just it's gone.
Yeah,
it's all brand new. It's all weird.
Well,
it's kind of like the town is recovering, but the people are not. Does that make sense to you guys?
They're holding a grudge still.
I think they're still grieving.
Could be. Very well.
Those people lost everything. And even though they got all this new stuff, they will never recover, their stuff. So it's really weird.
There's your question. What year did you go to the Spook Lake Hollow?
Oh gosh, it's probably about 3 to 4 years ago. 4 years ago, probably now.
Okay.
Yeah. And unfortunately, people will call the cops on you now.
Yeah.
So you can't see what people are talking about the original. Now, David Glidden, if any of you know who he is, David Glidden has he did a whole documentary, and it's called The Spook Light.
Yeah.
And you can look it up, and you can watch his documentary on the Spook Light where he does get footage, so you can check that out.
Okay,
absolutely.
Cool. I'll take a look at that one. I did have a question. When y'all were doing your research and stuff, how many did you run into that actually quoted Roswell as quote unquote being part of the 37 parallel stuff?
I did see mention of that. Yes.
Several things, right?
Yeah, I saw mention of that.
I was like, and I read it. I was like, wait a second, I'm thinking of this wrong now because 37's up on the northern side. It's along the border for the most part.
Right.
Roswell is in the southeastern part of New Mexico. It's not. It's probably 400 miles away, if not more. So I was like, why do people keep bringing this up as part of the 37th parallel? It doesn't make any sense to me, but it keeps getting brought up, and I've seen it in probably about 9 or 10 articles.
33.39. Man, Chapel Hill's way closer to the 37th parallel.
And now, but now you hear that 33, both Ullerson and Gary Spike Sr. out there have been talking about the 33rd parallel having issues as well, was what they had heard. Several others said they had heard stuff about the 33rd.
Now, is it all about the 33rd parallel, or is it just geographical and happens to end up on the 33rd parallel?
I'll have to do more research into that one because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because we're talking about the 37th parallel in a whole. Now, what was the interesting fact that you guys told me the other night, that the 37th parallel runs across Korea?
Yeah, it runs across the demilitarized zone.
Yep.
North and South Korea.
North and South Korea.
Part of it. Part of it. It doesn't run like exactly along it.
No.
But the southernmost portion of the border between North and South Korea, the demilitarized zone, touches the 37th parallel.
When they were originally doing the ceasefire, that was the thing. It was originally supposed to go straight across the 37th. That's the way it was originally written. Now, of course, geographic anomalies and stuff like that have to be taken into account. So the drawing of it is there, So
yeah. And I lived in Korea for 10 years. I was like about 15 miles away from that.
I've been in the DMZ. I've seen it. I mean, but still, I mean, anytime you're going up north, hey, we're going up to the parallel, we're going up to DMZ, we're going up to, and you talk about the 37th parallel as being the DMZ, period.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it is. And that's why I asked about the Roswell bit, because I was like, man, it's a long way away from it, but I see so many of these people talking about it. They've got another one in 1948. There was another UFO crash in Aztec, New Mexico, that that was supposedly, it says, remains one of the most famous UFO crashes in history. I didn't know about it until I read it on this. I never heard about Aztec, but it's like within 20 miles of the border. So.
Well, that makes you wonder. I mean, that does make you wonder.
Yeah.
Same thing with the legend of the Weeping Woman, La Llorona. We talked about that one on here.
Yeah.
They say it's deeply tied to the Southwest United States and Mexico, particularly near Colorado and New Mexico along the 37th parallel. I've never heard it being on that 37th parallel. Where's the river that's supposed to be there? There's only a few rivers, and they run north and south. So that's why I'm not just saying this out of just kind of poking fun at it, but it's literally depending on who you read as to what you're getting out of this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you take it for what it is. Take it for what it is. I mean, now Taos home, everybody knows about the Taos home. Taos, New Mexico, there's a hum there. And if you ever go to Taos, trust me, you will hear it. If you have any, think of it as infrasound, but it sounds like a hum. And I've seen people get sick from it. I literally have. So there's, and I think there's something in the magnetics of that area. Of course, it's not, at no low elevation either. It's kind of up in the hills a little bit, but there's just something about it. Of course, being in Clovis, I ended up going all over the New Mexico on the recruiter trail. So, it was like, no bueno. Don't go to Taos unless you make me, because it just makes me sick. So,
yeah, I just find that the 37th parallel is talked about quite a bit. Even
brought up a lot too.
Yeah, even if you disconnect Roswell from it, I mean, all the sightings and where it hits when it goes across and I guess we'll have to check out other parallels, and maybe we'll do stories on those. I mean, they're talking about the 33rd. Maybe we'll go to the 33rd next and see what we can find. I think it'll be
right up here. I found a route up here now on Cape Girardeau, Missouri, though. Baptist minister was called to an apparent plane crash in 1941 to perform last rites on the deceased.
That's the one.
Yeah. I got a little write up here on it. It talks about the Baptist minister. First of all, a Baptist minister doesn't do last rites. That's a Catholic thing. I've never heard a Baptist minister do last rites, but he's at the crash scene and he doesn't see any humans at all. Instead, he says it's a dark, dish-shaped object surrounded by tiny gray people. After the minister prayed for him, he was escorted away by the FBI.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now. At that time, your clergy, your minister, your priest, they held more weight than the Supreme Court of the United States with people of the area.
Absolutely.
So,
and why they brought a Christian out there was beyond me.
I don't know.
It's kind of like
we thought it was a plane crash. They thought it was an actual plane crash.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know.
I don't know if the FBI brought him out or he rushed to the scene himself. It just says he was called to an apparent plane crash.
Yeah, I mean
that could have happened from a neighbor or something like that too. So.
Yeah, where the crash is pinpointed is now a field. You can't get to it anyway, and the exact location is lost to us normal peoples. Us normal peoples, we can't find that. But I mean, we can pinpoint the area. Yeah, we can pinpoint the area and who owns the land.
Yep.
But we can't tell you exactly where it hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it would be, for me, it would be fun to get my metal detector and go out there and see if I could find anything.
Oh, you ain't just kidding. But you know how many times that field's been turned and planted and stuff probably since then? And I imagine the FBI, if they were quote unquote there, whoever the men in black were that were there, they made sure they raised that ground to the point where they scraped the whole top layer off damn near. So.
Oh, I'm sure. But, there's always that one little piece. That one little piece that escapes, and I want it.
There's always that missing piece.
That's right. You never find every piece.
Ron Riley, to talk about the Texas Aurora UFO crash. You'll have to get with a guy named Daniel on that. I'll get you his information. He knows more about that whole incident than anybody I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know that there was an actual priest called to it. I just know that there's several neighbors that were talking about it.
Yeah. The only reason why we know there was a Baptist minister called to that site is because it was written up in the paper.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the priest was called at that one, but it would have been written up in the paper too. But like I said, I have no idea if it was the late 1800s or what. I thought it was in the 1920s, if I'm not mistaken. But this was supposedly one that had started being reported out in California and came all the way across the states before came across New Mexico, Arizona, all that. And even I think somebody said it got up into Kansas, the same description of the same thing. And they seem to think that that's the same one that crashed there. So,
yeah. Well,
I don't know.
The funny thing is that Randy and I were doing Truth or Tinfoil last Sunday, and we were looking at a video of some pilots who actually caught a UFO on their radar. They caught them.
Yeah, the declassified.
And they said they were off the coast in Southern California somewhere.
Yep. Yeah.
And so we got to talking, I wonder if this is around this 37th parallel.
Yeah, it's at Southern Cal, so I'm assuming it. I had assumed it was San Diego, but
that's saying that they were just off the coast. But those planes, they can
go everywhere quick.
Yeah, so they may have been flying maneuvers out on the ocean. And what parallel were they on when they spotted this thing?
And how close was the carrier already to it anyway?
Exactly.
Just because they're out of Southern California doesn't mean they were right next to it. They could have been up the coast.
Yeah, you never know. You just never know. So we were throwing that back and forth, going, I wonder where it was, because it was kind of amazing. Because the pilot was so excited. Was that the one where he was excited that he caught it? He targeted it. Yeah, he caught it on target.
That the targeting guy was out of the coast of Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was Jacksonville.
So but you see it, and we can't make heads or tails of it. So
no. It's the same thing with the one that turned. Remember the one that turned? That was off of Jacksonville as well.
Yeah. So it was kind of. I'm sure there's more video out there. We just haven't found it yet.
That was just the main reason that they were declassified at whatever time in 2017, 18, or whatever it was. So.
Right. So, Donnie, what you got going this Saturday night?
Well, it's another episode of Donnie Cho Says Stuff. I'm still kind of on the fence about the topic, but...
So he don't have much to say?
It's going to be a wild one.
He's always got a wild one. He figures
it's going to be wild. It always is.
Right, right. Yeah. And then what are we doing on Sunday, Randy?
The return of the Red Circles.
Oh, the Red Circle returns. Nice.
Red Circle returns.
Yes, the Red Circle returns. But tune in tomorrow night on Blondes and Boos at 8 p.m. Central. We have Josh Hurd on tomorrow night, who is the owner of Malvern Manor in Iowa. And he is one of our speakers at the upcoming conference, and that is September 19th and 20th. So he'll be on with us tomorrow night. We're going to be talking, everything. And he's had some really cool stuff that he's been doing lately. So that's going to be really nice to talk with him. So tune in then, and then catch us again on Friday night for It's a Toss-Up. Every Friday night's a toss-up, 7 p.m. Central on Blondes and Boos. And I guess we'll check everybody out then. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Hang on. I got my thing in the wrong spot. Here we go. That sounded wrong. What do you...